Good evening all, and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. Tonight, because it's a chilly one out there, we're going back to something a little bit more warming, a little bit kind of heavier, darker, and generally, hopefully, tasty. Which beer is it? Well, it's this one. It's a local brewery to me. It's in Stoke on Trent, and it is Marts Craft Beers Dutch Letters. Now, Dutch Letters is a marzipan flavoured stout. It weighs in at 7%, and it says it's a sweet, thick stout brewed with almonds. Great to enjoy by a roaring fire. And being sort of really small production, you've still got that nice handmade feel, if that makes sense. So you've got handwritten labels to some degree. You've got the BBE and all that written on, batch numbers, etc, etc. Inside the beer are water, barley, hops, yeast, oats, marzipan and almond extract. And it says it's a bottle conditioned craft beer, stored upright, served chilled and poured gently, leaving the yeast in the neck of the bottle. And yeah, please drink responsibly. Well, I'm going to be very responsible. I'm going to make sure I don't spill a drop. Interestingly, on the Marts beers, you get a little characteristics chart, and it's kind of graded like so. It's 5 dots: light to dark for colour, mild to strong for bitterness, and weak to strong on the hops. So that's what you get there. So you can see it's full 5 out of 5 for darkness, it's low on the bitterness and very low on the hops. So let's crack it open, pour and see what we think. Pour in the ye old glass. Pours quite thick. There's no head to speak of. No bad thing. Just leave that last dregs in there. And that's what we get. We get a very dark, well, it's a stout, that's what we expect. There appears to be a decent amount of body on that. As for the aromas, slightly boozy, and there is a hint of almond, which is always good given that it promises that it's marzipan inspired. So, smells deep, dark, coffee notes, real burnt caramel malts going on, and it smells very, very nice indeed. Let's taste it. I like that. Now, I haven't served it cold. I've served it very, well, it's cool, because I like the stouts to be a bit warmer to really allow the flavours to work. So any coffee notes come out, chocolate comes out, and the marzipan should hopefully come out, which it is to some degree. I find the cold mutes the flavours, and that doesn't work for me when I chill a stout, so I always have them a bit warmer. And this one, I'm getting oodles of nice coffee, plenty of chocolate, and just a touch of marzipan. Just a touch. It's not overly heavy. It's quite a dry finish as well. I was expecting maybe kind of to be gloopy, you know, kind of syrupy. There's a nice sweetness to the finish. And if you like a coffee chocolate stout and you love a bit of almond thrown in for good measure to add a little bit of sweetness and balance out those bitter notes, then this would be right up your alley. It's very pleasant indeed. Now, at 7%, you don't want to be necking it, but it's easy to drink, if that makes sense. It's not heavy stout. It's not like you could lay a road with it. It's got enough body to say, yes, I'm a stout. It's what you would call just right in that sense. That works really, really well. So, to the matter of price, what did I pay? Well, the old Marts Dutch letters. For a 330ml bottle, it was £3.50. And I think that's a fair price. More than fair price, because it's tasty and it's got lots of flavour that I like. You've got the coffee, you've got the chocolate, and you've got a hint of marzipan. Stouts are not hoppy beers, so I cannot hold that against it. It's a characteristic of the style, so yeah, it works. It's got everything I like in a stout or dark porter, and yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it enough to buy it again, absolutely. So we're going to go to the scores. So it's got at least a 3 as stouts go. I've yet to find a stout that will sit right at 5, and this is no exception, because my personal taste to get a 5 is going to be punch you in the face hoppy, and stouts aren't. But as stouts go, this is very, very nice. It's got oodles of coffee, plenty of chocolate, that hint of marzipan that I've referred to quite a bit now, and I like that. It's got sufficient body to say, yes, I'm a stout and I'm going to enjoy drinking it. As for the boozy level, it's 7%, and I'm struggling to find that 7%, which for me is good, because I like a stout to be warming, but I don't like it to be overly boozy, because some of them can be. And this sits just right for me. On the boozy front, there's a little hint of it when you first sip it, but as the flavours mellow in your mouth and go to a sweeter finish, the booze is gone, and that's nice. You're left that real bitter chocolate, and I like that. I know they say it's low on the bitterness, but bitter chocolate is what my finish detects first, and then it goes into a nice kind of sweet almondy finish. And yes, I'm well aware I look like I should be doing the weather and pointing at clouds and stuff like that. Anyway, I digress. So, flavours that I love, plenty of body, good value, importantly, at £3.50 for a bottle. Can't knock it at all. I mean, I've got bottles of stout in the fridge that I'm aging, that I've paid about £9.75-ish a bottle. Same size as this. So, it's very good value. Granted, it's not as strong as the other ones, but as a package, I cannot complain in any way, shape or form. So, with that in mind, I'm going to give it a score of 4.25, which, as stouts go, for me is very, very high. So yeah, 4.25. 4.25 points on the Untapped score list. And that's where I'll leave you, because I'm going to go and enjoy this, and maybe watch a bit of football. You never know. Maybe. There's rugby on, so I'll watch that instead. So ladies and gents, boys and girls, thank you for watching. This has been the Marts Craft Beers Dutch Letters Marzipan Stout. I've been Nick, and I will see you again soon. Bye.